In the shadows of cyberspace, an invisible war is being waged. A war where the battlefield is not land, sea or air, but the vast interconnected web of networks and systems we rely on every day. This is the new frontline where state-sponsored hackers and rogue cyber warriors use their keyboards as weapons and their code as ammunition. Welcome to the world of cyber warfare, a world where a single keystroke can bring a nation to its knees. Today, we will dive into the hidden threats of cyber war, exploring the sophisticated weapons used by cyber warriors, the high-stakes geopolitical games played in the digital realm, and the relentless battle to defend against these invisible enemies. Stay with us as we uncover the secrets of cyber warfare, reveal the most notorious cyber weapons, and understand how these digital assaults are reshaping our world. This is a fight for control, a fight for power, and a fight for the future. Let's begin. Cyber warfare involves the use of cyber attacks by states or their proxies to disrupt, damage, or control enemy networks. The term was first popularized by researchers John Arkilla and David Ronfield in their 1993 article Cyber War is Coming. Cyber war should not be confused with cybercrime, cyber espionage, or cyber terrorism, although similar tactics are often used. Cyber war is distinct in its strategic intent and state sponsorship. Cyber war is typically waged against government and military networks aiming to disrupt their operations or deny their use entirely. This can include attacks on critical infrastructure, financial institutions, and national security tools. This brings us to our next topic, cyberspace. Cyberspace is composed of three distinct layers: the physical layer, the syntactic layer, and the semantic layer. The physical layer includes all hardware, cables, and satellites essential for connectivity. Without this particular foundation, the other layers will not be able to function. The syntactic layer consists of the software and operating systems that run on this hardware. Cyber weapons often target this particular layer through malware, viruses, and DDoS attacks. Lastly, the semantic layer involves human interaction with data, encompassing social engineering tactics like phishing and baiting. By manipulating users' perceptions and interpretations, attackers can extract sensitive information very easily. Cyber weapons come in many forms. Malware, such as viruses, worms, and trojans, corrupt software, causing computers to perform unintended actions. DDoS attacks overwhelm networks, making them inoperable, whereas social engineering includes phishing and baiting, exploit human psychology to gain unauthorized access to systems. These methods have been used in significant cyber attacks, such as those against Estonia in 2007, which happens to be the first cyber attack in history, and Georgia in the subsequent year in 2008. Now let's explore some notable examples of cyber attacks. In 2007, Estonia had faced a massive DDoS attack that crippled its infrastructure and was allegedly carried out by Russian hackers. In the following year, during the Russia-Georgia war, similar attacks disrupted Georgian government and media websites. Among the most sophisticated examples is the Stuxnet worm, which was discovered in 2010. Stuxnet targeted Iran's nuclear facilities, causing physical damages to centrifuges. This attack illustrated the potential of cyber weapons to disrupt critical infrastructure. Also, these incidents underscore the growing threat of cyber warfare and its ability to cause significant disruption and damage. With that said, there are several notable cyber weapons that were used by various threat actors. Let's take a closer look at some of the most impactful ones. Let's start with APT28, which is also known as Sofocracy, is a highly skilled cyber espionage group believed to operate on behalf of the Russian government. They have been active since at least 2007, and this group targets a wide range of sectors including government, military, and energy companies. This group employs a variety of malware such as Stuxnet, also known as Sofocracy or X-Agent, as well as Complex and Zebroxy, often used for spear phishing and social engineering tactics to gain initial access to its targets. Next, we have the Tsunami Linux backdoor malware, which is commonly used to gain remote access to compromised machines. Once installed, this malware allows attackers to execute arbitrary commands, upload and download files, as well as to run shell scripts on the infected system. Tsunami is used by various cybercriminal groups and poses a significant threat due to its ability to give attackers full control over the compromised systems. Next, we have the XOR DDoS Linux malware. First discovered in 2014, this Trojan is known for its ability to launch sophisticated multi-vector distributed denial-of-service attacks. XOR DDoS infects systems by exploiting weak or default login credentials or vulnerabilities in outdated software. Once installed, the malware uses commands and control infrastructure to communicate with its botnet or infected machines and launches DDoS attacks. Various cybercriminals have used XOR DDoS to orchestrate targeted attacks on servers and websites, especially those running on Linux. If you think this is scary, we're just getting started. Next up, we have PlugX, which is a remote access tool that allows an attacker to gain control of an infected system to conduct a range of malicious activities, including exfiltrating sensitive data and monitoring user activity. PlugX is noted for its stealth capabilities, making it challenging to detect and remove. This malware spreads through multiple methods, including phishing emails, drive-by downloads, and exploiting software vulnerabilities. PlugX has been used by multiple threat actors, including state-sponsored groups like APT10, APT17, and APT27, as well as cybercrime organizations such as Emissary Panda and Deep Panda. Moving on, we have Meterpreter payloads. Meterpreter is a powerful post-exploitation tool used by attackers to gain control of compromised systems and execute arbitrary commands. Meterpreter payloads are often associated with cybercrime and adversary simulation applications and have always been observed in nation-state sponsored attacks. This tool is widely used by diverse threat groups including APT41, FIN6, FIN7, and Torla, blurring the line between cybercrime-related and state-sponsored attacks. Last up, we have the Redline Infostealer, which is frequently deployed by cybercriminals to gather valuable information from compromised systems. This malware is commonly used to facilitate initial access for network intrusions, which can then be sold through initial access broker services and underground marketplaces. Successful Redline facilitated breaches are often followed by further attacks, such as ransomware, as well as others, to amplify the impact of the initial intrusion. Redline Infostealer highlights the growing threat of cybercriminals using advanced tools to achieve their objectives. With that said, understanding these cyber weapons and their capabilities is crucial for developing effective defense strategies. As these tools become more sophisticated, staying informed and preparing yourself is essential for mitigating their impact. state-sponsored cyber attacks have far-reaching geopolitical implications. Countries like Russia, China, and the United States are heavily involved in cyber espionage and warfare, often leading to heightened tensions and diplomatic challenges. Cyber espionage, while not always leading to outright war, can strain relations between nations. For example, allegations of Chinese cyber espionage against the United States have created ongoing diplomatic tensions. So how do you protect yourself out there? Well, defending against cyber warfare requires comprehensive strategies. Key components include firewalls to filter network traffic, encryption to protect your data, and intrusion detection systems to monitor for unauthorized access. Many countries have already established specialized military units to protect against cyber threats. In the United States, the 24th Air Force and the US Cyber Command are tasked with defending military networks. Similar units exist in the United Kingdom and France. But despite these measures, defending against cyber attacks is challenging due to the rapid evolution of cyber threats and the inherent vulnerabilities of large networks. The ethical implications of cyber warfare are also complex. The anonymity of cyberspace makes it difficult to attribute attacks accurately, complicating the legal and moral responsibility for cyber attacks. Targeting civilian infrastructure raises significant ethical concerns. The Geneva Conventions and laws of armed conflict are not well equipped to handle the unique challenges posed by cyber warfare. As cyber capabilities continue to develop, ethical considerations will play an increasingly important role in shaping policies as well as strategies. As technology advances, the role of cyber warfare in future conflicts is set to grow. We can expect more sophisticated cyber weapons and an increasing focus on cyber defense. Future cyber conflicts may involve more advanced AI-driven attacks and defenses, requiring continuous adaptation and innovation from both attackers and defenders. Staying ahead of potential threats will require international cooperation, robust cybersecurity policies, and an ongoing habit of research and development. With that said, thank you for joining us on this journey into the world of cyber warfare. Stay informed and prepared, because in the realm of cyberspace, the next threat is always just a click away. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more in-depth analyses on cybersecurity. Until next time, stay safe and vigilant. We'll see you in the next video.